we're going to insert the last part, which is the skid. So select Insert, New Part to Product 1. And we're going to name this part the skid, of course. So Alt Enter. And this is the skid of the MD-500E. I hope you understand that the reason why I insist on naming every part is because you're saving these parts as individual elements, and then you have the product as now a complete element. So it's important to name them so that you can be able to open them independently. In case you just need to edit the main rotor afterwards, you don't have to open the entire product. Let's try that. Okay. And then we're just going to double click on the skid to edit. And we're going to show our painting gallery. All right, that's visible. I don't know why it wasn't visible before. Then back to the part mode. Okay, we've got it. So you have to hide and show this from the product section. That was the... Okay, let's go to the skid. So we're just going to create on one side and then mirror it on the other side. And for this, we're going to use both the side view and the front view. We might use the top view, but mostly we can just use the side and the front. So the side is going to give you this angle. There's this angle. And then the front is going to give you this angle. So let's start with the side because that's where we can position it. We'll start by creating a plane. I'll offset this plane. That is the YZ plane. And I just need to place it right where this skid intersects the geometry. So yeah, about that point, so that we can create an intersection between this plane and this fuselage. You can hide the... where we were here at this geometrical side. You can hide the plane now. And we just need to create a point on this curve that aligns with both this position and the front position. All right, so you're going to select point on curve. Curve is intersect 1. And this middle line should align with where your point is. So you can adjust it accordingly. I'm going to go with that. And on the side view, So that's okay. The reason why you can see the picture from down here is because this is a linear 2D picture, but this is a 3D picture. So it means the stand starts from here as long as it's aligning with the image. So select OK. So this is our origin point. And then we need to have a line going down up to this point. So what I'm going to do is to insert an axis system at this point. You can hide the intersect one. Now, as I said, we need to rotate it such that the Z axis aligns with this one, both in the side view and in the front view. So at first, I'm going to rotate it using the Y axis. Go to Operations, select Rotate. Using axis and angle, you have the element as this axis system, and then the axis is Y component. Go to the side view, and we can start with 15. I think we're going in the opposite direction, so negative 15. You can zoom in and make sure you're in this side view. So you need this to be parallel to this line, the Z axis. I'm going to select first, hide the initial element and select OK. But first, I think I need to move the plane so that the intersection is a bit on this side. That was plane 1. We need to move it so that this Z axis aligns with this line. That's much better. So we've aligned it on this side. Let's align it on the front section. So now we need to rotate this ZY plane so that the Y also aligns with this axis, with this line. So again, rotation. We are rotating, rotate 1 about the X axis, about the X component. Go back to the front view. And we're just gonna push it until our Y is aligning with this line. So no pressure, because as I said, if you create your line and see that it's not aligning, you can always come back and adjust here. Then hide the initial element and select OK. So this is our Y. Okay. So now we're going to plot on the XY plane to create our profile. I'm gonna go to the side view. And the profile is obviously this one. So profile from the middle point, from the origin, you're going to create a horizontal line and then a vertical one, and then it goes in. And at this point, we're just going to go up to the middle section of this horizontal part of the skid. So say about that part. Then go back up to the vertical axis. So there's going to be a closed profile. Exit. Select revolute. The revolution axis is this sketch V plane. And then select OK. Okay. You can go to the front view. To check. Oh, that should be 360. This is 360. And as you can see, it matches. So we have the front view. Don't worry about the horizontal distance, because here we match the height. Okay. And then the right view, we've got it as such. And then we're still going to split this surface. So it doesn't matter if it exceeds its length. We're just going to split it at this point if that's where we are going to have our horizontal skid. So that's good. To create this skid, I'm just going to assume that it has the same, inclination in terms of the side view and also the front view. So we can just translate this object up to this point. No need to create another one. So select Revolute 1. Go to Translation. Direction and Distance. So the direction now is the X component, but not of this axis, of the overall axis. So don't select X current, just select the X component. And then drag it until you're at this point. Like so. Then select OK. One thing to note is that this side is kind of lifting up, so we're going to push it upwards. So you're going to select Translate this object, and now the direction is this y-axis of this current axis system. Okay, the distance is very minute. We can hide the initial element and just bring it up to about that point. Select OK. And that is going to be our stand for the skid on the rear part. For the bottom section, we are going to create a plane here, an XY plane, using parallel through point. So select this XY plane, and then this is the point. Select OK. We can hide this axis system now. And that point. End this sketch. Okay, now we can sketch on this XY plane. And then we need a midpoint here. So I'm going to create an axis. Just make it horizontal like that. And then I don't know if we'll be able to select that point again. Maybe I can show the sketch so that I can select that point and this axis and create coincidence. That's the middle. we can go back to the normal view. And now what we're going to do is to create a profile to create a revolute. So select on profile. Start from the axis you created at the very end. Then when you reach near this profile, at about that point, you're going to raise it a little bit. Like that. And you're going to repeat the same when you reach the other side as well. Like that. So I know the blueprint is showing that this stand is at this point and we are creating it here. So we're just using this reference, the length one, because we didn't enter the width dimension. We only entered the length. So for this top profile, just use the length, okay? Then exit. If you wish, you can make this line and this line equal length. It doesn't really matter. Exit. Okay, then you're going to create a revolute. So select revolve. And select OK. Now, of course, you can see this part is kind of bent upwards. So there are many ways to achieve this. One is I can cut this section at this point and then create a guide and then sweep that profile. And I think that's the best one. So I'm going to split this surface using a plane. Just create a plane. Offset from plane. Select this plane. Just bring it up to about, say, this weight. Say about this section. Select OK. Then split this revolute using this plane. Now we need the surface. Select OK. And then you're going to create a guide. So at the same point, this point on sketch 1, you can insert an axis system. We can now hide this sketch. We can also hide this plane. And maybe we can change the color of split 1 so that we are able to see through. Like so. Hide this sketch as well. So we're going to create, select ZX plane and sketch. I'm still going to go to the side view. Select on profile. From this middle section to say about this point. And then it goes up like that. Then select this vertex and create a corner. So you're going to mimic this curve. Exit. And now you can select this edge, create a boundary, and select sweep. Sweep this boundary using this guide curve. preview. And what you can do is to select a limiter, and you can select that plane. The one we used for a split, plane 3. So select plane 3. So now it's going to cut it at that section. Select OK. Hide, and you can join this, and you can make it completely closed by closing this section. We can hide the sketch. And this boundary. So join, split 1 and sweep 1. This is not okay. It should be filled here. Okay, and also add fill 1. So now it's a closed section. Let's go to the front view. And that's okay. We can hide plane 2. And this axis system. And this is what we have. One thing I need you to confirm is that this section here is completely cutting this surface. As you can see, it is not. I think it's the same case for this section as well, because once you create a revolute, it sweeps it on a flat surface. And all we can do, we can extrude this surface. So you can select extrusion. Hold on. Let's go to the side view a little bit. Okay. So you can select extrusion. And the profile is this circle. If you don't want to select the default, the direction is default, you can select that y-axis. So we had a y-axis here. That was it rotate 2? I think I hit the wrong thing. Rotate 2, you can select the direction as this y component. It's still going to be the same. So make sure it's intersecting this body. Select OK. Do the same for this point. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that we have a closed surface here. So we cannot just join these two surfaces that we are creating. We might need to remove this face. Again, extrude this section, reverse the direction, and the direction is this y component, and select OK. And then you're going to split. Now actually let me do it independently. Split this surface using this. Select OK. And split this extrude using again the fuselage. So now we know they are connected to the body. And before I continue to join them, let's show this painting tool once again. Don't know which one I hit. Let's go to the side view. And we have this stand. So this stand that you're supposed to step on when you're getting into the copter. And that's very simple. You just need to create a circle here and extrude it. So select this ZY plane and sketch. First, we can just create a circle and then position it later. So make sure it's along the horizontal plane. Create a circle that does not exceed what? That doesn't exceed this profile. Give it a diameter. Let's pull it out here. And then we need to move the center. So we're going to go back to the side view and drag it up. Maybe create what? Create the distance between the center and this Y component. Double click on it. Go to the side view. And you can control it from here. So just slide down up to that section. Select OK. For the diameter, you just need to approximate whether it's from this section to this section. So this is the diameter. We can try 50. Maybe 55. Okay, I think that will work. Exit the workbench. So this is what we have. And we're going to extrude. Select extrusion. Limit 1, we can say up to element. And select this surface. That's limit 1. And then limit 2. And the direction that we are extruding is the X component. So it is straight. So you're just going to pull it up to that point. And then select OK. If you want this to be flat, if you want this profile to be flat, you can create a plane here and just select also the second element up to that plane, and it's going to cut it straight. We're going to fill this section. And then I'm going to insert an edge fillet. Okay, maybe first we need to join them. Let me try that again. Let's try 15 millimeters. Select OK. Perfect. We can hide this. And then we can translate this one here. Hold on, let me show that sketch once more. We're going to select translation. The direction is the X component. So about that point. So in this second point, we're just going to make sure that it is protruding the surface. Select OK. Translate again. This is the element and the direction is this Y component. You can start with 30. Hide initial element so that you can be able to position it right there. Make sure it's completely intersecting with this element. Then select OK. And then just split using translate to. Select OK. And we've got the stance. Then you're going to split this revolute one using this axis so that we can join them. Select OK. Split. Translate to using split 4. Select OK. Then you're going to split the bottom one. So select split. This join using split 5. OK. And then split 5 using split 7 I mean. Select OK. Do the same for the rear side. You select this and then you split the upper profile using the bottom profile. So then you need to join these two parts. So this was a closed surface, so we're going to split that. Just select split 10 using this edge. And this edge should be from split 10. So maybe we can hide this and try to reselect. Remove that one. Split 10 edge 8. Preview. Select OK. Do the same right here. You can hide split 3 and then split 8 using that edge. Okay, now we can show both split 2 and split 3. And we can try to join this everything to see if it's going to work. So we should have a closed profile at the bottom, just open at the surface where it's meeting this surface. Okay. Now let's create a join. Split 9. And the one that is here is split 3. Then we have this and split 2. Select OK. Now the thing is, when we want to mirror this to the other side, the surfaces are not completely identical on the other side, because remember, we did not split in half and mirror. We just created this surface completely from scratch. So what I'm going to do is to create another join where instead of having split 2 and split 3, we have the extrude surfaces that are completely inside. And then once we translate it to the other side, we split according to that surface. So you're going to join. I'm going to create another join here, which is everything that is displayed. Hold on. I'm going to hide this. Hide this. I'm going to show extrude 1 and extrude 3. Let me first see. We have split 9, split 12, edge fillet 1, split 3, and split 4. So maybe I can mark this split 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, 12, and edge fillet 1. Split 2, 3, 4, and then 9, 11, 12, and edge fillet 1. So I'm only going to substitute split 2 and 3. So I'm going to create a join. So it's extrude 1, 2. Remove this join 3. And then we have split 4. Then split 9, 11, 12, edge fillet 1. I think we've got it. So how many surfaces do we have here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's okay. And this is the one that we are going to mirror on the other side. So keep in mind, we have this join 3 for this side. Join 4, we're going to mirror that. So select symmetry using that axis, the ZX plane. Now element is join 4. Reference is ZX plane. So we mirror that to the other side. Hide the initial element, select OK. And now we can create a split on this side. So you're going to split this symmetry using this surface on this side now. Okay. Preview, select OK. So that is going to be our stand on that side, and join 3 is going to be our stand on this side. Now you can give them materials. I think I might use black. And we can go now to view materials. So that's what we have. And now we've created all the parts. In the next episode, we are going to be doing some detailing work, like cutting out all these windows and the doors, you know, creating some fine details. There's this detail. There's these 2 instruments. And as you can see, it's kind of open at this point. Don't know if there's one that is showing it clearly. So it's not completely closed like we have created it. We'll have to cut off a section out right here. But because we didn't create all these components, we might just cut out a little bit of window right there. That's it for this episode. So I'll catch you in the next detailing episode.